ba-dum, bum, bum, bum. Ba-na-na-na-na. Hey, ba-dum, bum, bum, bum. Ba-na-na-na-na. Hey, ba-dum, bum, bum. You ready to rock this, Boom Boom?
I'm ready to rock this.
All right. Starting soon? More like starting now. Worst transition ever. Ba-na-na-na-na. Hey, ba-dum, bum, bum, ba-na-na-na. Hey, ba-dum, bum,
Ladies and
bum.
gentlemen, KocoSports.com proudly presents Wrestle AM. It's half wrestling show, half morning show, pretty much all BS. And of course, you got the Coco crew here holding it down live. Yours truly, the sexiest man on all Internet Wrestling Radio. That's right, Boom Boom here, shaking the room live from the RVA, Richmond, Virginia. And of course, join me there, way out there on the outskirts of Tokyo, Japan, the shaggy haired bandit himself, Dave Coco. What's up, brother?
Nothing much, man. Just fighting the good fight. Man, I want to thank RevTech for making this
Oh,
happen.
yeah.
Second off, I'd like to give a big fuck you to YouTube. We're just going to archive it there. Third off, come to Twitch. Join twitch.tv/KocoSports. Tell all your friends. We'll try to promote it as much as we can. Fourth, maybe we'll do some stuff on YouTube, but probably not. And fifth, I am way behind on the G1, so I just want to give a cheap promotion, a cheap plug, if you will, to a friend who's keeping track of it. And I don't want to review like 2 weeks past. Wrestling Ranton, I haven't watched any of his videos because, well, I want to, catch up, then watch his reviews. But Wrestling Ranton has been reviewing most days, if not all days of the G1. But from what I've seen, I enjoyed a lot. So we'll try to get some G1 stuff. Booms is running the stories. Booms is running the comments. Booms has all the power. Booms, please don't abuse this, okay? You got a little sassy on the test stream.
Yeah, I got the touch. I've got the power. Yeah. Well, you know what? This is our first show, official show here on Twitch TV here. So I think a little bit of introductions are in order. Of course, I'm Boom Boom. I'm currently residing in, actually on the outskirts of Richmond, Virginia, but close enough. I'm originally an Alabama native. I'm very passionate about professional wrestling. Right now, I really enjoy watching New Japan. I'm really into the G1 right now. I like Lucha Underground. I dabble a little bit in Lucha Libre, not as hardcore fan as some other people may be. I do like All Elite Wrestling. Impact has impressed me as of late. I've been dabbling with Major League Wrestling. One of my all-time favorite promotions is ECW way back in the day. As far as WCW goes, I really liked them when I first started watching them in the late '80s and even in the early '90s when they said it was kind of in the doldrums. I thought it was good. Um, I don't look back as WCW as negative as some people would have you believe it. And WWF, then now WWE. I do like a lot of the stuff. Just the current product, I'm a little sour on, which is why I really pride myself on viewing alternatives. Coco, just give everybody a quick introduction to yourself.
Hey, I'm usually the guy who's screaming the Rainmaker with Okada on this channel. And yeah, I've been a wrestling fan my whole life from the beginning of time. I don't remember not being a pro wrestling fan. I grew up an NWA, WCW guy. ECW came out at the right time for me to keep being a wrestling fan. I don't think if ECW came out, I would still be a fan. I enjoyed New Japan, NXT, Lucha Underground, and back in the day, I used to watch everything. You can go watch the YouTube archives, and I feel like outside of Meltzer, I'm like the only guy that's covered New Japan as early as I've covered it. I've been to almost every Wrestle Kingdom, and I've worked for every major pro wrestling company for a sandwich. They invite me in for a sandwich, and they're like, "You're a fucking pain in the ass. Get the fuck out of here." I've promoted and booked thousands and thousands of shows, some more successful than others. And this is my buddy Boom Boom, and we talk pro res. Booms! That's an introduction. We haven't done an introduction in forever. I'm a Virgo. I like long walks on the beach. And favorite pro wrestler right now, active, is Okada. Favorite pro wrestler of all time, the Great Muta. Booms.
Oh, nice.
Favorite wrestler right now, favorite wrestler all time.
Favorite wrestler right now would have to be Kenny Omega. Favorite wrestler of all time. Looking back, I this name just kept popping in my mind. I'm gonna go with Sting. Just I like the old Stinger back in the 90s, back when he was blonde, had the short spiky haircut, the face paint. Uh but that's oh god, that's what really got me hooked into professional wrestling back in the day.
Here's the thing.
All right.
I loved.
Mm-hmm.
I've said this a million times. I loved Sting until he turned into Crow. Fuck that guy. All right, you ready to rock some fucking news stories? We'll make sure to upload this, archive it on the YouTube machine, and let's rock. Hot tag to you, Booms. Drive the
Hot
bus.
tag, hot tag to me. Well, the biggest story of the week thus far is TNT and All Elite Wrestling have announced that more information about their weekly television show. We now know that it's going to air on Wednesday nights from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Eastern Time, starting Wednesday, October the 2nd. And it's going to be the same time, the same week that SmackDown moves to Fox on October the 4th. Rumors are it's going to be called Wednesday Night Dynamite. The first show is going to take place from the Capital One Arena in Washington, D.C., which seats about roughly, give or take, about 20,000 people. Um, they made a big deal of it. There was a press release put out more about the time, and just briefly read a little bit of commentary here from the press release. It says, focused on fast-paced, high-impact competitions, AEW offers fans more athleticism along with real sports analytics. Wrestlers are also given freedom to explore their characters and highlight their athletic abilities. Introducing statistics for wrestlers for the first time ever, AEW will raise the stakes for its matches and deepen the fan engagement by tracking each competitor's wins and losses as wrestlers pursue championships. Their moves and damage to their opponents will also be analyzed on air to provide insights into their winning streaks. That's just a snippet there.
Basically, everything that sucks about WWE, we're gonna be different, and I like to hear that. I'm actually super excited for it, and I put this on Instagram / tweet, Twitter, Facebook. I think AEW gives American pro wrestling fans what they need most: hope. Like, when's the last time we've watched WWE? We're what, 30, 40 fucking year old wrestling fans? I don't know. When do you plan? Like, I keep saying if it's good in August, I'll watch it because I have 2 weeks off. But I'll be completely honest. I think I'm just lying to myself. I don't think I'm going to fucking watch that shit. I'm super excited for AEW. It gives us hope. It gives us competition. And, yeah. And not that, but, like, I don't mean to pick on it, but, like, all those people that said this wouldn't happen. How far, how much do they have to do? To me, I think this is the best opportunity we had as fans to have legit, decent competition. And not even competition, just a product that I enjoy. I don't even think, we keep throwing around the competition. If AEW stays around forever and I enjoy the fucking product, I don't give a fuck. Let Vince fucking lose millions of dollars or whatever he's doing, making millions of dollars. I don't know. We'll talk about Vince later. But I'm super excited for AEW, and it gives us hope. And matter of fact, I think the AEW is how me and Booms get back in the review game. It's one show a week. Now, here's the big question, Booms. Is it 1 hour or 2 hours, sir?
It is a 2-hour show.
That's not too bad. Are we getting back in the review game with AEW and then try to expand from there? Because when we got into the review game, it got out of control pretty quick. We first started reviewing Raws, and then we reviewed fucking everything. And that's how much it pretty went. But we haven't reviewed anything in a while. We usually just talk shit, hanging out with our friends. Booms. AEW. Do we get back into the review game? Are you coming with me?
Yeah, I think we especially have to when they debut on TNT this fall. I think we have to. I don't think these big arenas are going to be every week kind of ordeal. I believe they will be booking some smaller areas, but this is their first live show. So yeah, I think you do have to go big. I mean, there's going to be a lot of demand. There's going to be a lot of eyeballs on the product, because if nobody else is going to watch any other show, they're going to watch the first show just to see how it goes, because you're going to get the curiosity factor. You're going to get, supporters. You're going to get critics. You're going to get everybody tuning in, if only just for a moment, to kind of see what this is all about, what's going on. You may even get a few casuals to go check it out and be like, oh, well, what is this? So I think you do have to go big. I think from there, they won't be booking as big arenas. I think they'll be booking something right around maybe like the 10,000 mark, maybe even less than that, to kind of keep things going. But Coco, since this is a talk show, we've got to talk here. We just can't, sit there and fucking pat everybody on the back here. I've got to start asking some questions here, because I got to make this interesting. And Coco, you do have some experience as a booker. You do have some experience, in writing and that aspect, and promoting, I should say. So I've got to ask you this: long term, do you think maybe starting out in a 20,000 seat arena, 2 hours live every week, a brand new company, do you think maybe they've bitten off more than they can chew?
I think it's only fair to say that in like 2-3 weeks, but I don't think so. I think they got enough talent. I think they have enough money. I think they have TNT. It's one of those things. I don't know, because TNA, they had a good run, but they fucked it. But with the Money Mark Dixie Carter, a couple of people had a good chance, but this is my opinion. If AEW fails, let's just give up on pro wrestling in America. I mean, they have everything. If they can't fucking succeed, no one can. Because here's the thing. Dixie Carter had a shit ton of money, but she was a fucking... I don't want to use the R word. I don't want to call her a Roger. But she was just the dumbest motherfucker alive. So, like, even if you saw, you're like, oh, there's a rich lady losing her money, I understand why. I don't think these people are the dumbest people alive. So, if this doesn't succeed in North America and beyond, it's kind of like, just watch the fucking UFC. It's over. You know what I mean? You know what? I feel, you remember Transformers, the good movie in 1986?
Yes, the one that made me cry.
Now,
I was sick, so shut up.
Do you remember not Optimus Prime? Who was the guy? It wasn't Hot Rod. It was not Optimus Prime.
Oh, Rodimus Prime. Yeah, he was Hot Rod and became Rodimus Prime.
No. The guy before him. The guy that Prime gave him the Matrix. The fucking white and blue truck. Anyway, I'm going to call him Truck Fucker until we come up with a better name. Truck Fucker is in his planet, and he's against a fucking wall, and he's like, it's now or never. My last show that I ever promoted, it's now or never. The Matrix has to save us. And then they go to pull it, and it doesn't fucking work. Spoiler from 1986. Fuck you, Michael Bay. And they just fucking boom, 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 blow them down. That's how I'm going to feel if AEW doesn't take off. Like, I have the AEW Matrix, and I'm like, it has to work. Why? No.
Ultra Magnus.
Ultra Magnus. Give yourself a Barry Horowitz, sir. Give yourself a Barry Horowitz. But yeah, fuck that guy. But yeah, that's it. It's just like, dude, how good was Transformers 1986? I got off topic. But
yeah, that happens a lot.
But here's the thing. If AEW doesn't succeed, just fucking kill my wrestling fandom. I'd say kill me, but you're not supposed to fucking make killing jokes anymore because, I don't know, death doesn't exist. I'm not really sure how this culture works anymore. But the moral of the story is, I would say kill me, but I think you're not allowed to say that. Just kill my wrestling fan. Just boom, 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 boom. Because we got nothing. They are the Matrix. All right? They're our only hope. That's all we got. There's no one else. All right? There's no Obi-Wan. This is it. This is all we got. All right? Young Bucks, Cody, no pressure. But seriously, pro wrestling is fucking dead if this doesn't work. At least that's how I feel now. I'm a
All
bit
right,
of a
and
passionate
I
person.
do have another question here for you
All
again,
right.
because I mean we just make it interesting because hey, we're chatting here, because if we just go along with everything, it makes everything boring. But um, do you think nepotism would be a problem with all elite wrestling? And let me kind of set the stage for you on
Okay.
this one, Coco. It happened with AWA and Vern Gagne. It happened
Yeah.
with World Class and the Von Erichs. And in a way, it happened in Memphis with Jerry Lawler. And that's not, and the reason why that happens is because, one of the most important things is, that business is your baby. And you've got to have a champion, that's dependable, that'll show up,
That you
that'll put on a
trust.
good match. And so why not, the promoter or the people who are related to the promoter, because then it's almost a guarantee that yeah, they'll show up. If you're the owner, if you're Vern Gagne, and you know you're putting food on the table depends on that promotion succeeding. Of course you've put the belt on yourself. Yeah, you're going to show up. Yeah, you're going to bust your ass. Yeah, you're going to. But just in this last AEW event, Fight for the Fallen alone, it's like all the elite guys got some of the better opponents, some of the better matches. I mean, you had Cody Rhodes and Dustin Rhodes take on the Young Bucks, and I feel like that match went on a little too long for what it needed to be. Uh, Shima versus Kenny Omega, I think that went on long just for the sake of going on long. Adam Page taking on Superbad Kip Sabian went on a little too long. I felt like they sent some confusing messages with Brandy Rhodes about her character. So do you feel like nepotism will maybe become an issue because you've got the elite that are saving the good opponents for themselves, really getting themselves over when they're already over. They're just doing stuff really just to kind of drag it out. Do you think something like that could be a problem, or do you think or it'll be like the first, or be like shit? Not is it? I'm trying to think of the right word. Not the opposite of nepotism, because you've got Chris Jericho, already in a main event spot, slated to become the first ever AEW champion.
Yeah,
And he's not
that
part of the
Cowboy
elite.
Bob Orton Jr. shit. We got to kank that. What's his name? Bobby
Hang,
Page? Hang.
Hangman Adam Page.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah,
I
when
mean,
they
no,
came up with
I don't even want to hate him. But titles should mean something. Just don't give it to a random new guy. I actually think if he wins it, that's a bigger problem. All right, first off, a bunch of things. So I'm going to hit this up. One, thank Terry Funk. That doesn't happen in the WWE. At least we're safe from that in WWE. It's not like his son goes around saying he's best in the world and hogs up a fucking spotlight and his daughter. Yeah. Thank God that doesn't happen. That doesn't happen in WWE. Second off, all that fucking matters to me is talent. All right? That's all that fucking matters. If the elite are the best wrestlers in the world, then they get to fucking hold the titles. Now, a lot of people are going to cry like, oh, fucking Dustin Rhodes has the fucking title. I would rather have Dustin Rhodes have the title over fucking Hangman Page. I'd rather have him have the title than, you know what I mean? So it just matters talent. That's all that should fucking matter. So I don't know, because I also don't want to see the other thing. I don't want to see Dustin putting fucking everyone over. He's a great actor. He's right. So I just think it's a nice balance. But here's the
hey,
thing.
real quick, Coco. Since I've known you for a long time, and tell me.
Oh, sorry, you were breaking up, sir.
I was going to say, since this is a new format and everything, would you mind telling your Dustin story?
I got a lot of them, but Dustin. All right, yeah, I met all the Rhodes families except Cody, but Dustin, fucking, he came into a small ass arena. He won our ACW title, and he is by far one of the best actors in the world that takes the business seriously. We didn't tell anyone we booked Dustin Rhodes, and he drove in a hood, went to his own special locker room, and didn't fucking interact with anyone until he interacted with his opponent, but his opponent had to go in there. He interacted with the referee, but the referee had to be in there. Those three guys just stood in the fucking corner, and they didn't tell the boys, they didn't tell the ring announcer, they didn't tell anyone. So he's a super professional, and any Rhodes brother, any Rhodes family is a great actor, great promo cutter, And to me, the effort he put in for such a small show showed his professionalism. So to me, I'm okay with them winning the fucking title. I really am. As long, because here's the thing, Booms. We've heard me say this before, but I'm gonna say it for the first time on Twitch. Maybe, I don't know. All your problems go away in pro wrestling if the most talented guy or the most over guy in the company is your champion. That's it. Your problems fucking go away. It doesn't matter who your daddy is. It doesn't matter what color your skin is. It doesn't matter what you call yourself or what body parts you have. The most talented wrestler or the wrestler who connects with the crowd the most should be champion. And connecting with the crowd doesn't mean always getting over. If you're getting booed out of the fucking building, go. And but if you are going to do the old Jeff Jarrett Triple H thing and shove a champion down our throats, please, for the love of Terry Funk, don't do what John Cena and Roman Reigns does. If you're going to shove someone down their fucking throat and you're going to make them fucking champion, show some goddamn fucking respect and make them heels, you fucking pieces of shit. Second question, Booms. I'm going to fucking bring you the question. All right? You ready for the fucking questions, Booms? This is a two-way street. Some questions your way. One, there's a rumor, I don't know, I didn't click on a link, it might be facts, that NXT is going to FS1 to counter-program this. We love NXT. Which one do you choose and why? Because I have my answer. Could you hear me, Booms?
No, I could not hear you.
Oh, great. We're having some technical difficulties. All right, one. I saw a link on the internet. I did not click it. I saw the headline. I'm like, I know enough. I'm so American. Even though I live in Japan, still American. I know enough. They're going to put, rumor, NXT on FS1 to counter-program AEW. Me and you love NXT? Which one do you choose to watch? And how?
I would actually do what I used to do during Night Wars is I would actually watch both. Now, back in the day, and this is not revisionist history, this is true. I was more of a WWF fan as opposed to a WCW fan, and which is kind of weird because I'm from the Deep South and I grew up with WCW, and I did like old WCW, but what I didn't like about them at the time was all they did was take former WWF guys, bring them over to WCW, whereas WWF at the time, they had younger guys, they had more. I do admit the NWO was cool, but that was about it. And I did like the cruiserweights, but I just felt like overall, with Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Rock, DX, that whole thing, WWF was a little bit edgier. But anytime something came on that I didn't like, if like something like Sean Stasiak came on, ooh, there's a reference. I would flip over to WCW. If there was like a commercial break, I would flip over to the other channel and I would go back and forth. And if something held my attention, I would watch that particular segment. And if they went to commercial break, if something wasn't as good, I would flip over to the other one. So that's how I would do it. But with that being said, I'm going to let my loyalties right now lie with all wrestling because I want the underdog, because I'm just a sucker for an underdog. It's just the way that I am. I love the Rocky stories. I went to a small Division I school, so we were constantly the underdog, taking on like the big Goliaths. So, and let me tell you something. When you're that little, you're that little David, and you finally beat Goliath, oh my God, it just means so much more. What I'll do is I'll watch wrestling, and maybe I'll bounce on over to NXT because I do like NXT. There's even some rumors that 205 might even be incorporated into this somehow. And if maybe something I feel like on All Elite Wrestling's going on too long, I'll flip over see what the other guys are doing. Or if there's something bad going on, I'll flip over the other guys or go back and forth. That's what I'll do. But right now, as it stands, I feel like we need to, and this is just my opinion here. I want to watch Elite Wrestling because I really want it to be a wake up call to the WWE. You really need to get your act together. You really need to make some serious changes. You need to do a complete total overhaul. You're going to have to step in and put your foot down. And, you're going to have to tell the old man, no, we're doing it this way. And just let that be the way that it is.
See, I agree with everything you're saying. I just have a different view on it. I'm gonna watch AEW live no matter what. Or AEW is my first choice. I live in Japan. I work, so I don't even know if I'll be able to catch any of it live. But AEW will always be my first choice. A, I can go back and watch NXT. B, AEW, that roster of talented wrestlers, and we love NXT. I don't want people to think we're NXT bashing, but AEW, those guys have a bright future. NXT, no matter how good it is, they're going to Raw or SmackDown. And I want to do NXT reviews with you, Boom Boom, but this is my plan, and I've been talking about this for a while. You ready? When they get called up, we have a funeral. And on it, we only cover NXT, and when they get called up, we have a funeral. Do you want to join me on this?
We've got to dress up in black.
All right.
We got to be dearly beloved. We are gathered here today to mourn the passing of Adam Cole, baby. His time on this earth was short, but it was quite sweet. With his time as NXT heavyweight champion, I could totally see us doing that.
So we're doing the NXT reviews, and when they get called up, we're gonna act like a funeral. Because I honestly think, as an NXT fan, I know this sounds like a dick. I'm speaking as a fan, not their fucking, I'm in the business, I'm their career counselors, they need a calm the fuck down. As 100% fan, I'd rather have my NXT guys be cut and go somewhere else than go up to the main roster. Because at least if they get cut and go somewhere else, they're hungry, like a Juice Robinson. Dude, if they go up to WWE, EC3 anyone? Jesus, fucking great. Dude, I just seen one clip of EC3, and I'm just like, dude, fuck that. I'm not even, you know what I mean? Did you see the clip where he's just fucking sitting there completely fucking wasted with the red cup at the barbecue? He's like, I thought nothing could be worse than TNA. Fucking poor bastard. I love you, EC3, but Jesus fucking Christ, have you had some bad luck? Just the worst. Worst luck in the world. Hashtag hug EC3. Alright, so yeah, we're excited for AEW. We're going to start reviewing NXT, AEW. We're going to do a lot more shows on here. We got to get our YouTube audience to come here. But we'll do it. Booms, we've started from the bottom before, and now we're here.
Again. We do this a lot. And by the way, if you're watching this here, we're going to try to archive this on YouTube. So check out our YouTube channel, KocoSports, KOCO Sports. And, that if you're catching us live, you can ask us questions. We're pretty good about getting back with you. If you're catching this on the archive, just leave it down here in the comment section. Dave and I will usually go back through here a few times per week on a show and just answer your questions. We're pretty interactive. But Coco, we just talked about WWE. You want some breaking news because this one story leads into another.
All right, breaking news on the Twitch machine. To you, Boom Boom, in the studio. No, to you, Boom Boom, in America.
Well, thank you very much, Coco. I'm live here from my living room. WWE has just announced their second quarter financial results. Let's pretend I can talk this morning. And they revealed this morning, this just came out probably within the last hour or so, that revenues declined 5% to $268.9 million. And again, that is down from the previous, from the first quarter financial results, where we're sitting at $281.6 million in the prior, with lower, the prior year's quarter with lower revenue from the company's media, live events, and consumer products business segments. Vince McMahon is quoted as saying, during the quarter, we made progress on key strategic initiatives, We completed content distribution agreements in key international markets, prepared for the next phase of our WWE Network service, talk about the tier, and archived steady improvement engagement metrics. As indicated previously, we remained excited about the future, particularly with our debut on Fox in October. So their revenue's down 5%. I mean, they're not rolling pennies for gas, bro. But I mean, they're still raking in let's just round up, 269 million bucks. But that's down from just a little over 281 million. Whew, that's a big chunk of change they lost there, Coco.
Yeah, well, first off, rich people are still going to be rich, and pieces of shit are going to blindly defend it. But the reality is, they're losing a lot of ground. They're losing a lot of ground and uncomfortable ground. If you want to fucking suck them off and be like, I only make $12 an hour, and he's a billionaire, let me masturbate to him. Hey, I'm not going to be in your way. You do you. I'm not here to fucking judge you. Second off, Prince Pretty, in your little stupid Twitter rants, any pro wrestler who's blamed the fans, any WWE super fan that's ever said, well, if you don't like it, don't watch. Fuck you! Count your fucking money in hell. Fucking douchebags. Have some fucking honor. Have some spirit. Have some... Fuck, man. Fuck. Just... Yeah, oh, it's okay. Dude, and the funny thing is, if they keep slipping, can you imagine? They'll be like, well, they still make $1 million a year. Do you make $1 million a year? That's what you fucking sound like. Do you even enjoy the fucking product? Do you enjoy the product?
So Coco, what you're saying is, fuck you. If you don't like it, don't watch. That's not a good business strategy.
No, surprisingly, look, it doesn't work out. It doesn't work out. You know what? And here's the shock. If you're an indie wrestler and you're like, oh, if you don't like fucking WWE, fuck off, and you're wrestling in front of 10 people, just keep going with that business plan. Just look yourself in a mirror and be like, fuck you, don't like the WWE. Why aren't you watching my indie product? Just keep repeating this system until you fucking get it. No need to thank me. Just look yourself in a mirror, keep repeating it, and then one moment you'll be like, wait a second. First off, I don't understand blindly defending a WWE when you know it's not a good product. If you think it's a good product, I'm not talking to you. But you don't exist. If you don't think it's a good product, but you still blindly defend it, you're a fucking idiot. If you are in any form, not in the WWE, but you're in the pro wrestling business, and you get mad for fans fucking hating it, I'm going to give you a zillion with 3 Z's, zillion ideas. All right? $1 zillion idea. You ready? Here we go. If someone doesn't like WWE and you're not in the WWE product, read this script line for line. Just be like, just read it across, okay? Here's the script. I'm sorry you don't enjoy WWE. We do something different. You should check it out. I know you like pro wrestling, but sports entertainment and WWE is letting you down. Maybe my product won't. But no, that won't feed your pathetic little fucking ego, will it? You gotta fucking yell at fans, wrestle in front of 10 people, and be like, they don't fucking get it. You know what? Booms. Are you shocked? A bunch of people said if you don't like it, don't watch, and fucking slowly but surely, less and less people are watching? Good call. Good call, guys. Give yourself some fucking guys. Barry Horowitz.
Great call.
You guys did it. You guys did it.
You know, Coco, this is actually, WWE's rating woes, their financial losses. This has actually picked up some attention from the mainstream. Now, there's an article on Variety, an article by a guy by Gavin Bridge, and it's they're running out of. And the title is Vince McMahon out of excuses for WWE woes. Now, they were talking about the anticipation, of this quarterly report coming out. And it's saying that I'm going to try to put this in a nutshell here. Uh, when the first quarter performance came in sluggish, he had some excuses. He blamed it on superstar absences. And now you're looking that his stock took a dip on Friday. It went down 29%. It was at a high of $99 this year. That's the highest it's been this year, but it's taken a slump from there. The ratings have been falling steadily. They've been falling steadily. I think they lose like roughly 10% of their audience year after year. Now, some things I need to bring up here is that it's Larry Zonka, actually, somebody I listened to, who's actually brought up some good points. Is WWE hasn't even crossed over to Fox yet, but yet they're burning out on all their emergency ways to boost ratings. They kind of teased the end of the
Booms. I'm gonna walk away for 10 seconds, but you keep going, okay, sir?
Okay. Yeah, they've basically teased the end of the brand split with the wild card rule, so you can kind of think that maybe somebody's going to pop up from the other roster is going to pop up on the other one at any time. They've also broken the glass, and they've brought back the Undertaker to do some dates. They've put the championship back on Brock Lesnar. It's just like they really don't know what to do. They're running out of, and they talked about absences. They've actually increased the appearances of people like Becky Lynch, Roman Reigns, Kevin Owens, Seth Rollins, Alexa Bliss. Now they did take some dip, with Dean Ambrose left and Sasha Banks left for her own volition here, but Bray Wyatt's coming back. And they had the total audience for Raw. They've plummeted 20% over the first half of this year compared to the way it was this time last year in 2018. They did hit a desperation tactic that did work. They brought back they had this Raw reunion this past Monday, and they cracked 3 million viewers for the first time this year. They pulled just over ratings went up, I believe, 26%. So they topped out at just over 3 million viewers. They have not done 3 million viewers this year. But my question is, okay, yeah, you've got the Raw reunion. You brought back all these legends for a big nostalgia fest. Yeah, you popped the ratings for a week. Now, what are you going to do to capitalize on it?
They can't. They've made the mistake too many times. They've ruined the roster. Every time these legends come back, I didn't watch it, but every time these legends come back, they make all these fucking young guys look like idiots. Now, if you do that for 10 plus years, you only focus on one guy. Now that guy who said he'll never quit fucking is going to Hollywood a lot more. You fucked yourself. You fucked yourself for short term and not like my boy Ghetto and his long-term booking. But you fucked yourself. Booms, we told them they fucked themselves a long time ago. And we were idiots. You fucked yourself. Oh, Bray Wyatt's coming back? Great. Who gives a fuck? He's lost to fucking 90-year-old men. Oh, Kevin Owens is back? Who gives a fuck? He lost to 400-year-old men. You fucked up. You done fucked up. That's it. I honestly, maybe I'm a bit of a negative fucking asshole here. I question if they can ever bounce back. Because here's the thing. Think about if you don't watch alternatives. You've never watched New Japan. You never watched TNA. You never watched Ring of Honor. Booms, put on your WWE blinders. It's the only product you ever watched. Okay?
All right, got them all blinders.
Who on the fucking roster can hold a candle to anyone? Who? Think about it. The roster you have now was basically a fucking job squad to a bunch of old men without talent. Who the fuck steps up? Who's your Kenny Omega? Hell, you can't even bring CM Punk back. Because CM Punk lost to the fucking Rock. Every chance you got, you said, this fucking roster sucks. And now It's the only roster you have. Booms. Think of a WWE fan, kayfabe-wise, who on this fucking roster holds a candle to anyone older than them?
I mean, they don't really have anybody that's big. I mean, right now, they're fumes on Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, and he's a part-timer that barely fucking shows up.
And that I think me and you kind of saw this coming from about a decade. Okay, when you bring in the legends on Mania, and that's fine. But when you put them in the main event, basically you're saying, hey, all these guys who are asked the other ones out of, they're really not that important. They're really not that big of a stars. These are the real stars. And you could plug in the Undertaker. You could plug in a Batista, to take like a little spot here to do a little match. But I was like, unless you're creating new stars, this well's going to run dry on you quick. Well, guess what, Dave? We've about hit the bottom of this well here.
Yeah.
I mean, you're getting to a. I mean, they had people that they wanted to do physical stuff with, but WWE Medical would not clear them to do anything. I mean, Rikishi was not medically cleared to do a stink face. Think about that. This is what the legends are coming back. They can't do anything. They can't, by the standards they have now. They cannot be physical with anybody.
I don't know. You know what sucks? When you're a negative fucking asshole and you're like, hey, one day this is all gonna fucking suck, and the day comes, and you kind of want to celebrate, but at the same time, everything fucking sucks. You know what I mean? It's like, I said everything was gonna suck, and then it does. AEW, you're our last hope of North American wrestling, and if you're not watching New Japan, shame on you. Shame on you. I mean, honestly...
and I know transitions are hard. I know there was when we were coming down from the days of Hulkamania, we're trying to transition over to Bret Hart, but you never had, Hacksaw Jim Duggan come back, 10 years later, and Barry Lex Luger. You never had that happen, but they're doing it this way.
Yeah.
Now, I will say this: Mick Foley did try to help get Bray Wyatt over.
It's pretty much
about
over.
it.
I mean, here's the thing. I remember saying he would never win the title, and then he won the title, and it didn't elevate him. I was just like, oh man, that sucks for the title. Bray Wyatt pretty much lost every fucking feud. I stopped watching. He wins the fucking title. And at any point, did your opinion go, wow, Bray Wyatt's a champion? No. You're like, oh, that's who they're giving the fucking title to? I mean, hey, you might like Bray Wyatt, but God, has his booking been god-awful. Just the fucking worst. Pure garbage. Face turn heel. It's just, you know what? Me and Boom Boom, we've been fucking banging this drum. That one day the end is coming. And now, I feel like one of those homeless guys. The end is coming. The end is coming. And then the end is actually fucking here. And you're like, God damn it. Why can't I be fucking wrong? Like, throw the cardboard away. Fucking go. Mm-hmm. AEW, we need you now more than ever. Watch New Japan. There. Hashtag watch New Japan. Oh, man. I don't know, man. I feel kind of sad. Because I'm a negative asshole, and I was right. Thanks, WWE. Thanks for proving me right. Fuck faces. Jerks. Booms. Yep. Let's do the impossible. It's our first stream on Twitch. We're a bunch of YouTubers who gave up hope on YouTube, and we're trying to rebuild here on the Twitch machine. Booms. Today is the day. No more YouTube, just Twitch. We're going to put all of our positive PD power right fucking now. All right? We believe AEW is going to do good. So there's no point in talking about that. Good luck, boys. Vince is like, I'm going to fucking focus on the XFL. He's out. He gives you and me the chance to turn this around. We're going to be positive. We're not going to be negative fucks. Okay? Get the negativity out of your fucking blood. How do you fix this shit? Hot tag to you, because I'm a bitch. I'm scared.
How do I fix it? Okay. First thing I need to do is I'm going to do a series of vignettes. I'm going to sit down basically with the entire roster at one point or another, and I'm going to film interviews. And I'm going to film this is who I am, this is my journey, this is why I'm here, this is why I fight, because I have to give somebody some kind of emotional connection. I just can't have somebody go out, okay, well, I'm a heel and I cheat, get it because I'm a heel. Huh? Huh? Well, I can't have, like, well, I'm a good guy because I come out and I say the name of the town that I'm in and I mention something positive about that town because, I'm a good guy. Get it? Then I'm going to make the bad guys actually bad, because the bad guys are negative characters who need to do negative things. You've got, if you want to boo them, you've got to present them in such a way that there's nothing redeeming about them. I mean, just fucking pricks. And then I'm going to stop making the good guys look like fucking idiots. Because that's the big problem. I think that's the problem with WWE. All the good guys are idiots. And then what I would like to do is right now, first thing I would do is, okay, Brock Lesnar is the champion. All right. At least over on, Raw. So what I'm doing with them is I'm going to hold a tournament to see who becomes the number one contender. And I would not go as far as maybe like a G1. I think that's a little for WWE fans, but enough to showcase, pick I don't know, 12 of the best wrestlers they have, and then just let them go in a single elimination tournament, kind of like the New Japan Cup, something along those lines. Mm-hmm. And then just so that way you kind of get you show off your roster. You've already explained why they're there. You show off what they've got, and you get emotionally invested in it because it's like, okay, well, these two guys are going to go, okay, well, he barely got past this guy. Well, I like this guy more. And you're trying to get people over. Let's see. With women, I would actually have more than one storyline going at any given time with the women because I just don't want it to be just, okay, the girls are, okay, here's our one women's storyline. I think we need to have at least two going on per show. Let's see. SmackDown, I wouldn't change much. The only thing I would do with SmackDown is I would actually have more than 4 matches. Because if you look at an average episode of SmackDown, once you get done with all the shenanigans, backstage segments, tease matches, you get like 4. I would try to at least almost double that. I'd try to get 6 or 7 matches in because it's a 2-hour format, and I think that's reasonable. I would spend some time trying to get some people over, build them up. Kind of like if it's like a good guy, like over on Raw, since you've got a bad guys champion, you try to build up all your good guys. It's like because you want to go on. They're challenging they're challenging the fastest gun in the West, so they're working their tail off. You're going on a journey with them. You want to see Sting rise from the knee injury to finally beat Lex Luger at the end. Whereas over on SmackDown, I would turn it Kofi Kingston, because since he's a good guy, and I would do this with any good guy, by the way, I would almost make it like Batman. And the parents like, what the fuck do you mean by Batman? Like, Batman has got a great rogues gallery. It's like, okay, he beat the Joker, but now he's got to take on the Penguin next, and he's a totally different type of opponent. Okay, we got through the Penguin. Now we got to get through the Riddler. Is he smart enough to get through this? Okay, well, he was smart enough to get through the Riddler, but now he's got to take on Bane. This guy's super strong. Is he even tough enough to take on Bane? So it would just be like almost like, to kind of make like an old anime reference, like the monster of the week. Which monster, is the good guy going to have to overcome? And it's like, oh, this guy's a totally different challenge. Can our good guy overcome this? And also at the same time, I would try to build up the undercard. I would try to make the championships mean just a lot more. Make them actually start tracking like title defenses, days held as a champion. Because to me, it means nothing to be a 10-time champion. That just means you lost your championship 9 times. But if you're the Intercontinental Champion, you've held it for 98 days and you successfully defended it 4 times, that means a little bit more. So I would more focus on it more so from a sports, from like a sports perspective. So that's just a few ideas I'm just kind of kicking around the top of my head.
I would go all out. And while you were talking, all your ideas are good, sir. Give yourself a Barry Horowitz. I was like, how would I legit fucking book this? You know, how would I fucking do this? Fox wants to get rid of the PC culture, and the product fucking sucks. They want it to be less PG. They want it to be this. I would go all out. And what I mean by that is, I wouldn't touch Raw. I wouldn't touch Raw on purpose. I would let fucking Paul Heyman or whatever. I let Vince fucking run it. I don't give a shit. And I would wait till Fox is live. And, you know, Fox is about, like, let's say it's the week that SmackDown is going live on Fox. I would have a live NXT takeover. And I would end it with fucking, you know, Adam Page and his fucking friends. Or not Adam Page. Who the fuck's the guy?
Adam Cole?
Guy? Adam Cole. I'm getting him fucking confused. But anyway. I'd have that group. It's about to go off the air, but wait. Triple H's music fucking hits. Triple H isn't in charge of any fucking show. He grabs the fucking mic and shoots on his fucking father-in-law. How bad it fucking sucks that he didn't get the fucking show. And he's like, we're tired of being called Takeover. This fucking Tuesday, we're going to be taking over fucking SmackDown. That's not it. Fucking music hits. Gail Kim goes out. Give her 3 minutes of an open mic, what she really thinks of Vince McMahon and the WWE product and the Divas. Give her a fucking open mic. Oh, we're about to go off the air? Music hits. Give them all the fucking money. Just keep dumping money in this motherfucker's yard. CM Punk returns. You just went off a fucking pay-per-view where Triple H told Vince McMahon to fuck off. Gail Kim came out and told Vince McMahon to fuck off. Then CM Punk came out and told him to fuck off. And you can replace him with anyone who's fucking angry and have talent. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of guys angry at Vince McMahon that has talent. And then SmackDown. You just run a fucking show. You have Vince McMahon up on his fucking booth. And I would make him, you know, like, remember how, you know, they used to have where they shot it, where they were in the, what are they called? Luxury boxes? I'm white trash. I don't sit in them.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
I'd have Vince McMahon in a luxury box. I'd have an interviewer go up there. And if it's a 2-hour show, whatever. And he's just like, oh yeah, whatever, dude. I don't care what he's doing. That's NXT. Oh, okay, whatever. Like, I would have him brush it off. I'd even say, if you don't like it, don't watch it. Like, I would say everything that WWE defenders have been saying about this product, I'd have Vince say. But I'd have it say it so nonchalant. Like, he's offended that you're fucking doing it. About 20 minutes are about to fucking leave, right? And I would have the best show SmackDown can do, but still, it's a pretty horrible show, am I right? Then I'd have fucking Triple H music fucking hit. If Vince is like, oh, fucking turn that shit off, blah, 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 whatever, you know? They go to fucking commercial. You know? The announcers apologize like it's a fucking glitch. They go up to the fucking booth. It's Gail Kim, a.k.a. Angry Woman. CM Punk, a.k.a. Angry Dude. Triple H, and fucking the champ with his fucking cronies. They beat the fuck out of Vince McMahon. Legit. Like, I want that fucking old man to never fucking, to feel legit pain. I'd have him, and I would have fucking Triple H literally smack the shit out of him until there's fucking tears. Literally smack the shit out of him. You owe this to us, and not only that, but you sick fuck. You know what you've done to wrestlers? And then I'd have him on his fucking knees like a terrorist group. They would be locked the fucking door, and they'd call this an NXT fucking takeover. I would drop the fuckings because it is on Fox, but I'd still push the envelope. And with the cameraman there shooting him, I'd make Vince McMahon apologize to the audience. And then you're like, oh, that's a great way to end the show. You know, Fox, you want to get rid of this PG era? This is how you do it. Put a fucking hang Vince McMahon. Just fucking noose him, throw him over the fucking thing, fucking hang him, end the fucking show. It goes to fucking black. Bam! WWE's back. fuck Raw and SmackDown has just been invaded by NXT,
Okay.
and we just fucking hung
Wow.
Vince McMahon. Because
Wow, Coco.
it's the only way you are going to make a strong impact. If you don't want to fucking hang them because, oh, that's fucking kind of offensive, throw them fucking 3 stories. I don't give a fuck. But fucking, that motherfucker has to be as dead as he can fucking be, okay?
Oh my god, this is the ultimate Coco line. Let's just fucking lynch him. Okay, you know what? Maybe that's offensive. Let's just throw him 3 stories down.
Just fucking throw him. Dude, there's some fucking tables and bam.
God
And
damn,
that's the
Coco.
last you fucking see of him. And Triple H has an NWO invasion takeover with the NXT.
Breaking
guys.
news, we've just been thrown off of Twitch for making lynching references.
All right, well, fine. We live in an era where that's bad, and I guess it's always been bad. But it has to be something fucking offensive. But okay, fine. Just throw them out. 3, 4 fucking stories. Just fucking throw them out. Ba-bow. See you later, old man.
Or we could just toss him out the door. Like,
no.
open the door.
No. That motherfucker has to be questioned if he's still alive. We're going off the air going, holy shit, what the fuck just happened? I don't want this whole, they threw Vince McMahon out. That's cute. No, I want fucking to be like, holy shit, I really think Vince is fucking dead. Because here's the thing. If you can't sell that, then there's no way you can be edgy. Like, if you're just going to be like, oh, here you go, Vinny. Let me put you on some mattresses. Are you okay? No. Fucking throw that old man out. Throw him out. 3, 4 fucking stories. Maybe I want Ibushi to watch this and be like, that's kind of risky. That's what I want. Then it ends, pow, and it's a new fucking era. And then you're on SmackDown and you're Fox, and then you have legit competition. We're like, well, fucking, we're pushing a goddamn envelope. Good luck, Brock Lesnar. Good luck, Raw. And then, guess what? When you have one of these stupid-ass fucking Battlegrounds and Raw vs. SmackDown shit, that shit got real really quick. Because the NXT guys are fucking invading. And not that, but even on the NXT shows, I would have it where because Triple H has been their homeboy, he's been their father, and he's been their fucking leader, this is what I'd have fucking happen. Paul Heyman would go down, and they would just rip up contracts. Like, oh, I'm fucking blue all the way. I'm NXT. NXT TakeOver for life. Bow. You got everything that was awesome back in the day. You got Triple H running shit. And you know what I mean? And Eric Bischoff could be there. Think about it. Eric Bischoff loves controversy. I'm sure he'll fucking think of an idea. And then that's it. But it has to be fucking legit. It has to look like basically a terrorist takeover. And Vince McMahon, when you cut the black, I want motherfuckers to be like, holy shit, that motherfucker might be dead. That's what I want. That's what I want. And that's the only way. If not, just fucking send John Cena out there and we'll watch AEW. Because you really don't have the talent anymore. And even if you do have the talent, you're telling them to fucking calm the fuck down. Like, here's the thing. Back in the day, I was like, oh, it doesn't matter what company you go to. If you got talent, you got talent. But WWE has even ruined that. AJ Styles Nakamura. In Wrestle Kingdom, I was there. One of the most amazing matches of all time. I don't even go out of my way to fucking find it on the network. The WWE version of it. That needs to change. That needs to change. Booms? Any live comments? Anything else you want to talk about?
Actually, yes. We've got a couple of comments here. One's from Gary North 76. And by the way, thank you very much for the follow. He says, good afternoon, guys. Are you not streaming on YouTube anymore? We're trying to move now over to Twitch just because we're going to use YouTube as like an archive. So, if you missed the show live, you can go on our YouTube page, watch it. You can leave your comments there. We'll still interact with people. We're trying to do more of the live capabilities on Twitch because it's a little bit more convenient to use than Hangouts. And we're trying to wean ourselves a little bit off of YouTube Live just because, we tend to Coco and I are very big free speech advocates, and we don't like, companies who kind of tap down on, freedom of speech. So we kind of so we're going to give this a shot. I mean, we're still working some bugs out, but so just bear with us here. And Victor Valarella, I just butchered your name. I apologize. He He says, "What's Eric's job again?" I assume he's talking about Eric Bischoff. I believe he's the executive director. Is the new position they created for SmackDown. It was reported that he. Now, there's a lot of. I'm really going to try to back away from this because there's been a lot of reporting about what he's doing, what his duties are, and Bischoff has said on his podcast that all the stuff being reported about what he's supposed to do is completely 100% untrue. One of the latest thing that I heard is that he just sat in on a SmackDown meeting. He wasn't really in it; he was just there listening. So, as far as what he's actually doing, I don't know. It doesn't sound like he's having any input on the creative direction right now of the show, but we're going to find out soon enough.
Got it. Got it. Yeah. I don't know. I honestly think if they don't do something shocking or appalling like me, there's no saving it. There has to be a shot in the arm like the NWO. There has to be a shot in the arm like Lex Luger. There has to be a shot in the arm like Stone Cold and Mike Tyson. If there's not, everything is a waste of fucking time. You know? Because here's the thing. Fox has said in interviews, I want you to push the envelope. Triple H, angry guy, CM Punk. Well, I say angry guy because you can replace him with any angry guy. Angry girl, Gail Kim, charging the fucking place with a couple NXT fucking hooligans, slapping the shit out of an old man, making him apologize, and throwing him, or... Yeah, I guess we're gonna go throwing. I don't know. We're fucking gonna get kicked off the goddamn air for Fox. So like, Fox is like, we want to be edgy. I walk in, not that edgy. So, we'll just fucking throw the motherfucker off 3 stories. Bow. Last we see of Vince, and now we have ourselves a fucking legit takeover, a legit invasion. Or as legit as you're gonna get. But you don't, because like, even your idea, I just think you'd just rather watch AEW. Why even bother wasting your time with WWE, you know? So, I don't know. And not only that, but can you imagine what Paul's going to do next Monday? He'll be like, fuck, that's allowed? You know what I mean? So, yeah. I don't know, man. If they don't do something big. Because here's the thing. Boom, boom. Let's rewind the clock a little bit. What are some of the biggest moments in pro wrestling history for you that legit changed the game? All right. Nitro. I think Nitro legit changed the game. NWO legit changed the game. And Mike Tyson. I think WWE goes out of business if they don't have Mike Tyson at that, you know what I mean? At that event.
Yeah, I think Montreal Screwjob definitely changed the game. ECW under the Heyman regime definitely. Ooh, but as far as like one particular episode, the one episode that I remember that just got everybody's like, oh shit, what the fuck, is the one where Beulah said she was pregnant.
Oh yeah.
That got them thrown off so many networks up in the Northeast. It was fucking ridiculous.
Good time.
That was a game changer.
Throwing the NWA title away. I thought that was a big deal, but for ECW. Yeah, man. But we need something like that. We can't just have fucking empty promises and Kevin Owens fucking stunning Shane McMahon. It's just not gonna work. So I'm hoping that something major happens. Because as of now, I'm like, oh, I'll start watching WWE in August, late August, because I have 2 weeks off. I don't think I'm going to. I mean, you haven't watched in a while. Is there anything that intrigues you to come back? Like, is there anything like you're like, because back in the day, I'd be like, oh, AJ Styles is champ. I might want to check in for that. I'm at the point where I look on the Twitter machine. I look on the social medias. I peek in on the YouTube. And I get to the point where I don't even want to do that. You know what I mean? It's just like, boom, boom. Not NXT, not New Japan, just the WWE main product. When is the last time you had any interest even to check in? Not even to watch. Just to be like, I'm going to check in.
God, it's been a while. I'm trying to think. I don't think I've had anything get me that curious to watch again. Oh, and OMG, I think it's Bizay. Says Kevin Owens did what? He's talking about the basically they're trying to do Kevin Owens to be like the new Steve Austin. They had him. They also in a CM Punk. They also gave him like a little pipe bomb moment where he ran down Shane McMahon, saying for every time that he's on air, it takes away TV time from other people who bust their ass, people like Apollo Crews, and just start naming off some other people. So that's what we're talking about.
I don't know. I don't really watch the product. Got it. Kevin Owens is now the defender of the fans, and Shane McMahon's the bad guy. So there you go. All right, Booms. Booms, how'd you like the Twitch machine?
I like it. It's going to get some getting used to. It's going to have to grow on me a little bit. I've got several people watching live, and want to thank everybody who is watching us live right now. Be sure to follow us, subscribe to us. I think we're supposed to ask for bits or biddies or whatever.
The thing is, all right, you got to say follow.
I don't know what they do.
And then like subscribe is like that's like legit here. It's not just subscribing. It's not a number. They actually have to give you money to subscribe. So if you're like, hey, subscribe, it's like, holy shit, man, for real? I don't know if we're that close. And follow is kind of like YouTube subscribe. And then bits are like 1 cent each. And you're like, give me the bits. I want all the bits. And I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, that's how it works.
I don't know what they do, but all we know is we beg for them.
So, all right, Booms. Read some comments. Then we're going to plug some stuff, and we're going to wrap it up.
All right, one last one. This is again from Victor. He says, the only thing that got me in WWE right now is Bray's character, but I have zero faith on WWE to not screw it up.
That's the thing. There's nothing WWE can do except throw Vince McMahon 3 stories out of a building with Gail Kim, Triple H, and CM Punk. That's it. Or something along those lines. Boom, boom. On a scale of 1 to 10, if they did my storyline, how much would you fucking mark out?
Oh, I'd mark out. I'd watch it. I want to see the legalities of this. I want to know if they could legally do any.
I'm sure you can throw an old man 3 stories out. You'll be fine. Don't worry about it. No crash test dummies, nothing. Just be like, all right, there you go, Vince. You're good. And when the fuck are they going to name the XFL teams? Like, I love the XFL more than a man should. And I need to know. I just want the Tampa Bay team to be called the Tampa Bay Mutiny. Do they even have, like, what's coming up? Has any team been named? I know cities have been named, but who gives a shit?
Yeah, I don't know if they've actually named names. I know they've named some coaches.
Yeah.
And I think they picked it up. I think they kind of went off. They kind of started speeding up the timeline because of the AAF or whatever, that little minor league. It didn't even last a season. They canceled that thing not even about a little over halfway through the season. So then they were speeding up the XFL to kind of compete with them, but it was kind of all for naught because they wound up ending before they even got through the first season. So, well, hopefully it works out because I'm one of those fans. When there's competition, the fans always win.
Yeah. Is it weird that Vince McMahon is the evil fucking mastermind that should get thrown out of this 3-story building, but in football he's the underdog? That's why throw him out 3 stories, problem solved. He can go run the Tampa Bay XFL team. I know there's other cities, but let's be honest, Tampa Bay is the only city that matters, as I live here in Yokohama outside Tokyo. Oh man, could you imagine a Japanese XFL team? That'd be groundbreaking, Vince. Make it happen. Hashtag make it happen. Boom, boom. Did you have a favorite XFL team? Orlando Hitmen.
Of course.
Orlando Rage. New York, New Jersey Hitmen. Birmingham Bolts.
Birmingham Bolts.
Oh, of course. Las Vegas Outlaws. Dude, they had... For as much as I hate the WWE, I love the XFL just as much. And I might be in a minority there. Oh, Vince, just step down. Let Triple H run everything, and there you go. All right. There we go. All right, Booms, you ready to go? You ready to wrap this up? Listen, Boom Boom's going to plug a bunch of stuff that RevTech already put links down in a doobly-doo. The big thing is following, because we're going to try to stream tons of games and podcast. This has become our number one passion, and we don't have much passion, so let's make this happen. Booms, plug a bunch of stuff, and this is your last chance to get in those last-second comments. Go, Booms.
All right. Let's see. Well, first of all, we don't have to tell you to go follow us over on Twitch TV/KocoSports because you're already here. But Coco and Bear Friend, his girlfriend, jumps off from time to time. He plays Madden football, NHL hockey, Fire Pro Wrestling, but only as Kazuchika Okada. He does that. Coco has also written a book, believe it or not, which is kind of shocking considering he can't spell worth shit.
I misspelled opponents and deleted 2 videos in a row in the title. Nothing like misspelling the title. If the title is correct or wrong, Boom Boom gets all the credit. Go ahead.
But Coco wrote a book once upon a time called Operation Freak Show. That's available right now on Amazon.com. He's actually going to try to start writing some more. Actually, he's got more novels written. They just need to be edited and he's going to have to talk with a publisher and about getting more stuff put out. But if you want to support him for right now, it's a thrilling tale. I think the cover art could use a change, but that's just me. Basically, it's about a bunch of people who take the law into their own hands against pedophiles. They put on Lucha Libre masks and they just go around just, killing them. So, in this age of Jeffrey Epstein, Jared from Subway, Harvey Weinstein, it's a little fictitious novel about how a bad guy gets his comeuppance. So there you go. If you're a fan of like action movies, thrillers, stuff like that, that's the kind of stuff you'd want to read. And it's not for the faint of heart.
Exactly. Did we plug everything?
I believe we plugged everything. If you're catching this on a replay and you still want to ask us questions, if you still want to, you want to give us topics, if you want to, ask us anything, we're going to archive this over on YouTube. It's KocoSports, KOCO Sports. You'll find that on YouTube. We're also active on Facebook and Twitter. There's also our homepage, KocoSports.com. That's KocoSports.com. It's your home for combat sports, where the world goes to kick ass, and most importantly, where it's okay to be a passionate fan.
All right, Booms. Thank you. All right, follow us on the road to 90 followers. Booms, we used to be on fucking television and radio. On the road to 90 followers. All right, make sure to follow us. With that, I am over. Now watch this smooth transition. Boom Boom works in news. Boom Boom, rate this transition. You ready?
Okay, ready?
Oh, look at this transition. Have you ever seen anything so amazing?
Oh my God.
We'll be back
Worst
later.
Transition ever.
Thank
Staring
you.
to infinity.
Be right back. Actually, we'll be back tomorrow. I'm going to stream some video games here, but no video games tonight, just a podcast. We're going to try to do more shows and more fucking shit. Did I say follow? I don't know if I said follow enough.
Yeah, I think you did.
Follow me. Follow. I don't know. I was going to try to say something catchy, but I couldn't come up with anything. With that, I am over. Ba-na-na-na-na-na. Hey. Ba-dum-bum-bum. Ba-na-na-na. Hey. Ba-dum-bum-bum-bum. Ba-na-na.